Okay, now start talking. Hi guys, it's Lori the Frugal Mom here with my daughter Gigi, or Gianna. She's being silly. We are here to make one of many Christmas cookies together. Well, maybe not all together, but we're going to make ginger snaps, which are our personal family favorites, right, G?
Yeah.
So we're going to get started, and G is going to read off the dry ingredients first. So I just tapped the middle?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Double tap. We're so silly.
It's brown sugar.
Well, that's not in the dry ingredients, right?
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's over there in the wet ingredient bowl.
I don't know. It's flour, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and salt.
Yes, so we are doubling our recipe, so it is, and I'll show you guys, it is 4.5 cups of flour, let's see, 4 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, a whole teaspoon of ground cloves. I only use a 1/4 teaspoon of salt because in previous years when I've made it with half, it's been too salty. And then you use granulated sugar to dip them in. So this is what they end up looking like. You can dip them in a couple different types of chocolate, put sprinkles on them, crystallized ginger. They're really delicious, and like I said, they are a family and a friend favorite. I get requested to make them every year, and this is coming from the Betty Crocker Christmas Cookbook, which I'll show you the cover, and I'll also, if you didn't catch the whole recipe, I will take a picture of the recipe and put it in the comments. Just a side note, I don't use traditional brown sugar, although you could. I use the stevia brown sugar mix just to save a little bit of sugar since I am diabetic. I would like to enjoy them too. So this is what we have in our dry ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, Gigi, Maestro, please, we have it over in our KitchenAid.
Have shortening, butter.
But how much shortening though?
Like
Remember? 3/4 cup of shortening.
3/4 butter.
Unsalted butter.
And then 2 cups of brown sugar.
The stevia mix.
Stevia.
So what we're going to do, and we'll let G do it, we're going to start it out on slow, and we're going to cream all that together. Move your hand so we can see. You're going to put the speed up a little bit, G. Like to the middle. And this is going to take a couple minutes. Whoa!
It's flying.
Whoops! It happens. See, we're being a little silly. Gigi and I haven't really baked together in a number of years. And then what we're going to do, Gigi, is we're going to turn it off. So I'm going to back up. So what we did was we stopped the mixer because we're going to go around the mixer bowl and we're going to grab everything that's not incorporated yet. That's really important to do every couple of minutes when you're making any kind of batter, be it cookie or cake dough. Cake batter, rather. Y'all know what I mean. Good job, G. Okay.
All down there.
All right, so now you're going to take it out, put it back down. I'll take that. Yep. And there you go. You always want to lock it, too. There you go. Now let's just take a look. Okay, now it's creamed, so you can shut it off. Now put your head up. Unlock it. All right, and we're going to take this bit and put it in too. And then to that, we are going to add 2 large eggs. You don't have to do that part, honey. Just what's on the spatula.
And then put it down.
Nope, add them first.
Add the eggs.
It'll just be easier. Right, all the whites out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that down. Yep.
Lock it up.
And start it on stir. Now you can increase it a little bit. And we're just going to let that combine as well. Now we're going to stop it. And we're going to do that same thing. We're going to scrape down the sides and make sure it's all happy and combined. Happy cookie dough, like Bob Ross with his happy little trees. Good job, boo. All right, that's good. And put it back down and lock it. And then put it back to where it was. Whoops. We always want to put this back down like a home spot. That's good. All right. So now I'm going to give the camera to Gigi while I teach her how to add the dry ingredients so we don't have like a holy hot mess. Right, guys?
Here's the dry.
So let me just wipe this off the counter so I don't get my arm in it or something, because I will. So, let's see. Funny side note is I got Gigi actually an apron for Christmas, and I was going to gift it to her since she's helping me bake. I can't find it. Oops. Who's done that? I can't be the only one. So I like to use, I guess this is a 1/4 cup measure to gradually add it, because if you add too much, what's going to happen is it's going to fly all over the kitchen. Now, I used to have the guard for the KitchenAid bowl, but I'm going to tell you guys what, it didn't work. It still went all over. So always when you're adding your dry ingredients, you want to do it slowly. So I'm going to incorporate the 1/4 cup, and then I'm going to put my mixer head down. I'm going to start it on stir. And then I'm going to kind of put my arms around the sides, because if you don't, you risk it flying everywhere. Like I had said, I'm going to gradually increase the speed. Now I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to put some more in. Now I like to put the head up just because it gives me more room to work, because I kind of have like chunky little hands. So that's a 1/2 cup. So now again, I'm going to lock it. I'm going to put it on stir, and I'm going to guard the sides so we don't have flour and dry ingredients everywhere. Doo-doo-doo. Now that looks pretty good. So I'm going to just continue to do the same thing. So tell me what some of your other favorite Christmas cookies are, G.
These, I like the, well, they're not Christmas cookies you make, but the chocolate covered Oreos. We got the gingerbread men. Got the Italian sprinkle cookies.
Well, the gingerbread men is the same recipe, but it's made slightly different to make like a cakier dough. You can see, I'm slowly but surely working down. This is a little tedious, but trust me, you want to be careful when you're doing this, or it'll take you twice as long to clean up the mess from it. If those of you have, like the 5-quart KitchenAid, see what it just did? It doesn't do this as much, because it's a higher lip bowl, but this is the 4-quart. The story about this KitchenAid is, I guess it's 20 years ago. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, Mama Jean, and my mother, Gigi's grandma Angel, they got
both
together.
my grandmas.
Yep. They got together and they split the cost of the KitchenAid, because at that time I was doing a lot of the baking, and I just had a little hand mixer, and I still have a little hand mixer, and it couldn't handle a lot of the heavier doughs. Ugh, see what just happened? So I kind of really needed the stronger motor in the KitchenAid, and so I was gifted this mixer and an extra bowl at the beginning of December so I could do all the Christmas baking from there on out. And I've been using it faithfully ever since, and it's been reliable, never overheated. It's clean though, y'all. It is. So now what I'm going to do, guess what I'm going to do, G?
Add more. Oh no, you're going to scoop the bowl.
See all that?
Look at that.
Yummy.
If this didn't have eggs in it.
Okay guys, so what I did, I scraped down the sides of the bowl. If you can see, I didn't do such a great job over there, so maybe I want to sneak over there. Yep, that's good. It's funny, my neighbor always hears me tapping, and she always asks what I'm doing. And 9 times out of 10, this is what I'm doing. So, she probably thinks I'm like building walls or whatnot, but you can see it's starting to come together and look more like a cookie dough. You can see like I'm almost done adding. We're probably got about a quarter left. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot one crucial ingredient, guys. You cannot have ginger anything without your molasses.
Oh my god, we put the molasses over here and we never poured
and
it
we
in.
almost forgot! Lordy be! A little trick when you're
Yeah.
using anything that's sticky and goopy like this.
Hand spray the cup.
Yep, that way you can get most of it out.
Yeah.
Because it's a pain.
It's dripping on the side.
Drip.
You're losing dough.
Oh, you know I'll take my hand and get that back. All right. So
molasses. Don't forget the molasses.
Don't forget the molasses.
It's important.
So, again, it really is because it contributes to the flavor. And now that I did that, I'm going to take it again. Oh, it's getting heavy. I'm going to put down my cookie dough.
See, it changes the color.
It does. It makes it a nice brown color.
And a nice date brown.
And it makes it smell nice. Gigi likes to do accents. I mean, I do too. But we're kind of masters at accents. I guess she kind of gets that from me. It's not like we're making fun of anybody. We just like doing accents.
It's just nicer to say some words in a nice, deep South accent.
And, you know, I'm a big fan of Southern Frugal Mama.
Especially molasses.
Yep.
Molasses.
Slow as molasses. You saw how slow it came out of that cup. Now we know why they say slow as molasses. Ah! See, guys?
Arms are important.
Yes. And I started it out on stirred. It's still, now I'm going to just really go for it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful dough? It smells good, too. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, my hands are clean, so I can do this. So I'm going to take the rest of the dough that's on the top, and I'm going to just scrape it down. I'm going to scrape the bowl again. I have, like, flour dripping from my arm, but better from my arm than all over the kitchen counter, right?
Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Gigi's like my best friend. She's been since she was born.
Oh, we're besties.
You know, am I right that... Alright, so... I know it sounds corny and cliche, but a lot of the times I say, like, you really never know love until you have your children, and it's true. And, of course, mothers and daughters, they go through their trials and tribulations at different points. I would say, like, Gigi and I probably had our roughest years between, what would you say, the ages
Middle school?
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. But now we're really close. And it's one of my most treasured relationships. I just feel so blessed to have my G.
Oh, yeah.
You love your mommy?
I love my mommy, guys. Put on YouTube forever.
When she was little, you guys don't know this, but her father had made a YouTube channel for her in the early days of YouTube. It was called Gigi's Crib.
Yeah.
So basically...
And now they're all gone, by the way.
Yeah. So basically what I'm going to do at this point, there's not too much flour left. I am just going to incorporate the rest of it, and then the dough has to go in the fridge for like an hour and a half to chill. If you don't do this and you skip this step, it'll be really sticky and they'll spread when you bake them and they just won't be good. So, we will be back when we are done with that step. See you soon. Okay guys, so now our dough is nice and chilled. It's been in the fridge for a few hours. It doesn't have to be just an hour. The firmer the better, really. And you're going to want to put it in the fridge in between rolling out batches. So I have our nonstick cookie sheets already greased with some butter. Don't mind the scratches. Some of them are very old. So you're going to take about that much and you're just going to go around in your palms and roll. And yeah, it might come a little bit separated, and if it does, you just kind of work it in your hand and then you just kind of roll it again. You can see it good, G?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be perfect, right? And then you're going to have...
They cook out.
A bowl of granulated sugar, and then you're just going to take the top and you're going to dip it in the sugar, and you're going to I would put them 3 across. These are really big sheet pans. If you can, invest in the larger size. And you're going to bake these at 375 for 9 to 12 minutes. Again, check them at the 9-minute stage, and then you're going to let them cool on the cooling rack on the pan for about 5 minutes before you try to take them off. So we're going to roll some cookies and we'll be back. Hey. Say hi, G. No, she's being shy now.
Normal. I'm trying to count her.
So these are the finished ginger snaps. My gosh, it smells so good in here, guys. We have made a lot of them, as you can see. They have to cool completely. Sorry that I'm changing the angle. I have one more tray in the oven. Like I said, I make so many of these because they are a favorite and they're so delicious when they're dipped. They're that perfect combination of sweet with spice. So they will cool completely. I'll pack them away for tonight in a container layered with wax paper, or you could use parchment, but wax paper is a little bit less costly. And then, you know, in a couple of days, I'll dip them in chocolate. I don't like to do that too early because the chocolate gets old and stale, but these stay fresh pretty long. These stay fresh for a good 2 weeks if you keep them wrapped in the container in the wax paper. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and this recipe. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm sending love to you all from New Jersey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.